Hey, what's up? Well, I decided to do another kind of album ranking or whatever video. Yeah, just to get my head off all this stuff that's going on, and also just kind of because I really wanted to do another uh, musical, let's say, or albums video. Well, this is a collection, actually, my favorite albums of the 90's. And first of all, I like to say, even though I do really like albums such as Blood Sugar Sex Magic or 10 by Pearl Jam or Nevermind, unfortunately, I don't own any of them on CD, so I have just saved them so I cannot display them. So they make like the honorable mentions this time. All right, all right. Let's start. I really don't know how to rate these, but hmm. All right. I think I would like to start first with Dirt, Alice in Chains. Yeah, it was a whole new experience to me. When I first heard this album, I didn't quite get into it at once, but it grew on me kind of eventually. I think to really fully appreciate this kind of music, you have to kind of be not really in the best time, in your life. Because I started really appreciating it after I kind of, had a little difficult time. So, yeah, this is just an amazing album. I mean, really gets down to the bottom of the a very very hard subject, which is of course drugs and drug addiction. So Damn Bones, it's a really unforgettable opener. Then you have Damn That River. It's alright, not my favorite song on the album. Rain When I Die is a really good bluesy stuff, kind of mixing blues and sludge metal and all that stuff. And Sick Man is one of the best songs, definitely. Rooster, of course, everybody knows. Most of you have heard that song. It's just a classic song, about the Vietnam vet that, yeah, comes back to his country and doesn't get treated so well. A rather famous team by now. We had Junkhead and Dirt, and Junkhead is also one of the best songs on this album. And then we have those three Lane Staley, songs like Godsmack, Hate to Feel, and Angry Chair. And but Down in the Hole and Wood are really, really the two highlights, I guess, of this album. Yeah. And then, well, Soundgarden, Super Unknown by Soundgarden is really one of those that has frequently been, put on top 10 lists and high too, among top 5, usually on top 10 lists of the best 90s albums, and yeah, I kind of got into all this a little bit late. In the This I bought, I think, in 2003, and but it really kind of, I just loved it instantly. I was hooked. So these songs like "Fell on Black Days," "Mailman," "Super Unknown," "Head Down," very very nice psychedelic, kind of Led Zeppelin kind of song. Of course, "Black Hole Sun" is the great hit of this record, and "Spoon Man," of course. "Limo Wreck" is a very very good song. I don't know why it wasn't a hit, or a single, but it really deserved to be. I guess it was kind of too long, too brutal. "The Day I Tried to Live," very good song, very like existentialist. Um, "Kickstand" is a short rocker. "Fresh Tendrils," a very one of my favorite actually numbers, written by Matt Matt what's his name, Chamberlain, was it? Yeah. And "Fourth of July," of course, very unusual song, but just very very dark, but very profound song. And "Half" is a short one, very like in Indian style. And like "Suicide" is actually the last song, but in this edition you also got "She Likes Surprises," which was, I guess it was a rather nice song, but not really one of the best on this album. Yeah. And yeah, "OK Computer" by Radiohead. This is I guess an album every serious 90s, I mean, music aficionado must have everybody that likes this type of music anyway. It's just a masterpiece, and I really can't find a weak song here. Really, I mean, there isn't even just okay song. Every song is a classic in itself. So "Airbag," "Paranoid Android," "Subterranean," "Homesick Alien," exit music for film, "Let Down," "Karma Police," of course. You got "Electioneering." It's a good song, I really like "Climbing Up the Walls." Very, very strong, powerful. "No Surprises." It's kind of like a more easy going song after all that harshness. And "Lucky," and "The Tourist," the great closer. So this album is still the best of the Radiohead's. I could only compare "Kid A" to it, yeah, but it's not from the 90s because it came out in 2000, so I just couldn't include it, unfortunately, because I love it. Alright, and then one of my favorite bands and albums is this "Melancholy and Infinite Sadness" by Smashing Pumpkins. I bought it in 2005, so I was also late there, but I really became hooked, and for a long time I really listened to this a lot for several years. Yeah, it's a double album, of course, and so many great songs. Tonight, of course. Zero, Here's the Moonlight, Bullet with Butterfly Wings. And then come a few that are, just alright. Then Cupid the Lock, a really lovely song. Galapagos also, Muzzle, Porcelina of the Vast Oceans, that kind of proggy, long song. Take Me Down by James Iha. Then we have the side 2, which is, well, I guess even more interesting, than the side A. Is kind of very typical grunge of alt rock, but this is a very, side B is very, experimental and edgy, where boys fear to tread bodies 33, one of their most beautiful songs, In the Arms of Sleep, also a great song, 1979, wonderful. Just lights up your whatever. Through the Eyes of Ruby is a very accomplished, interesting song to stumble in. XYU, We Only Come Out at Night, So those are the best songs here. I mean, there are a lot of them. And it was the last really classic album by Smashing Pumpkins, because after that they started doing all that electronic stuff. And it sounded like they didn't do any more good music, but it wasn't on the same level as this. This is where they peaked, definitely. And then we have Vitalogy by Pearl Jam. Yeah. It was a better follow-up to 10 than VS was. I do like VS, but it had too many songs that were, didn't do much really for me, and more about the lyrics than the music, But this was very accomplished, and especially songs like Tremor, Christ, Nothing Man, Weeping, Corduroy, Better Man, and Immortality. It's really a strong album. Yeah, so it was, I guess, one of their last really classic albums, because after that they kind of went into that phase with no code, and it was all good, but it's not. It kind of changed too much, I guess. There, yeah. All right, and then we go over to metal briefly. The Black Album by Metallica. Yeah. What to say about this album? It's really metal. It's kind of, well, definitely one of the highlights of Metallica's career, and one of the best heavy metal albums, like a mainstay or whatever you wanna call it. It really has a lot of strong songs. I don't think, maybe the only Don't Tread on Me, I think, is the weakest song here. So you got classics like Enter Sandman and Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Wherever I May Roam, Nothing Else Matters, Wolf and Man, Through the Never, also a good song really. The God That Failed, My Friend of Misery, and The Struggle Within. Yeah. It was because they had started to get a little bit less about those very long songs, numbers, and more about kind of fitting into that kind of mainstream format, I guess, with a little shorter, more concise, songs. And of course, this was the first album with Bob Rock as producer, so that also changed a lot. All right, and then I guess this one also another great album by Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. Yeah. In a way, I think it's even more adventurous and than Melancholy, and but yeah, I mean, it's less dark definitely than Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, but still has some very serious songs, like Quiet and Disarm, Soma, I guess, Silver Fuck. Yeah, some very angry songs, really, but also very nice and tender and beautiful, like Today, Hammer, Mayonnaise, Space Boy, Sweet, and Luna. It's their last with Butch Wig, so yeah, definitely you can hear a major difference between Siamese Dream and Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. Yeah, alright, and then we have Californication. Yes. This one is what actually I got it for my birthday. So I had heard some of those singles before that, but it's really a hard hitting, hard hitting masterpiece. Let's call it a masterpiece because I guess it almost equals Blood Sugar Sex Magic because yeah, I mean both the songs are as intense and groovy and all that, and playing is really good. John Frusciante was, I guess he hadn't played guitar for several years because of his addiction, but that may be why he plays very simple solos, here, and he doesn't really solo that much, but they are very effective, melodic, like on Scar Tissue, for instance, or Californication. Other Sides, a really great ballad, fantastic stuff. Easily is actually one of my favorite songs. It was I think it got overlooked, because it wasn't a single. It wasn't very successful on its own. Porcelain, very nice. And Rams, I like Dirt. This Velvet Glove. See, this Velvet Glove is my least favorite song here. Savior, Purple Stain. Purple Stain also is not, yeah, right on time. It's good. But Road Tripping, very nice. Acoustic kind of like ballad. Yeah. And alright, then this is a very most different of all my selections. Mezzanine by Massive Attack. I usually, it's very an anomaly for me because I usually don't listen to this kind of music now, like trip hop and all that electronic stuff. But this I kind of, got because I was curious and I had heard like songs like Teardrop and Angel before, and I liked them. I was very intrigued, and when I heard this, it was like stepping into a whole other world, that I never knew before. And I started kind of checking out more of their stuff, found out they really had some good songs, and the themes that they were actually exploring are very important as well. So Angel is really great first song, and of course it's been played ever since and used in commercials and all that. Rising Sun is more like a rapping song track, and then Teardrop is just amazing. Elizabeth Fraser singing, she's really got the heavenly voice, And then Inertia Creeps, The Soul Girl. It's Sarah J who is singing. I never heard of her before, but she did a good job, and she also co-wrote this song. So kudos to her. Man Next Door, it's like a cover. I forgot, some reggae artist. Black Milk, one of the best songs here. Mezzanine, the best rapping song I think is Mezzanine. And Group 4, wow, just wow. So this is a classic, definitely came out in '98. So when this whole scene was at, kind of was reaching its zenith, So yeah, and finally to throw in a little bit prog. Scenes from Memory, Dream Theater. Yeah, Dream Theater, I kind of got into them after listening to. One guy at a chat once, very long ago, and told me about them, and then also my cousin had started listening to them, so it was through him that I kind of, when I heard this, I kind of really got blown away, because it's quite impressive. I mean, album, the playing, wow! I was just blown away. The instrumental passages, the singing also, great singer James LeBrie. There's so much stuff that just leaves you like, wow. really impressive. And it's a concept album, so you like are it feels like you are watching a movie and listening to an album at the same time, you know. So yeah. So I don't think I want to say more about that. I think it's also where they kind of peaked, because after that 6 degrees of inner turbulence was, you know, pretty good album, but it was very different when they started embracing that new metal sound. That's when I kind of, you know, started switching off. Yeah. Alright, so this video became very long, so I guess I better end it now. So those were my choices. As I said, I didn't own some of those albums that otherwise would have made the list, but what the heck. Alright, see you then. Bye bye. Until the next time.